So you're still looking for a budget television? Well, I have one that might work for you. This is the LG QNED75. Now keep in mind, this is a very basic LG QNED technology, but it does have the quantum dots with the nanocell technology. For your average consumers out there who loves LG products, this might be the one for you. So on this video, I'm going to take it out of the box, set it all up, show you the menu systems, and we're going to do some different demos to see how well it performs. Now keep in mind, this is a budget model compared to the OLED that LG makes, so just have an open mind. I'm Tech Steve. Sit back and relax, and let's get started. For me personally, I've always liked the nanocell technology when it comes to LG, but something about LG is they're a little tricky because this particular model has a IPS panel, which is going to allow you to have better colors and better viewing angles. But if you go with the 50-inch model, then you're going to get a VA panel. They do make it in a 55, which is also an IPS panel. But the interesting thing is that there's not much information on the 65 and 75 panels, but I'll assume that those are IPS as well. All right, so let's see what we have here in the box. So here's the feet that go on it. They're plastic. And keep in mind, these are labeled left and right, so you will line it up with the television. Comes with a power cord, and the interesting thing is that this is right angle, so it's gonna be flush on your outlet, which I tend to like that. And it comes with this guide right here. And here's some of the similar models to this TV, just in case you wondered. All right, we got some styrofoam, and there's a foam on the left and right hand side with one for the front. Now this TV is very easy to handle, but keep in mind you get those bigger sets like a 55 or larger, you definitely want to need some help. And of course, it wouldn't be an LG unless you had the magic remote control. And one thing I find funny is that this only needs one screw to hold it in place, so LG was definitely on top of the game when they designed this. So here's what it looks like on the back of it. We have this ventilation on the top here, and then there's screw holes so you can mount this TV on the wall. Over here we have the power cord input, and on this side we have all the different inputs to connect all your devices. And on the side here we have a USB 2.0, we have two HDMIs, and it will support eARC. Over here we have your antenna input. Then there's a fiber optic, a third HDMI, a second USB, and an Ethernet connection. Plus this TV does have Wi-Fi built in to connect it to your home internet service. Now before we take a look at some of the features of TVs, I want to show you the remote control. So this is a LG Magic Remote Control. Now a lot of people like the fact that it still has the number pads. It has voice commands as well as some hotkeys at the bottom. And inside of here you have your navigation keys, and this centerpiece is a roller to scroll up and down on the different screens, which makes it pretty convenient. And as you can see, the pointer's like a mouse on a computer screen, which makes it very convenient to get all your settings. And there's the roller right there. And just so you know, this TV is powered by WebOS 23, which is designed and developed by LG. Some of the benefits of having your own operating system is that you don't have to rely on switches and the software like Google TV. Anything you plug into this TV, it's going to pretty much know. And with AI technology, it's going to allow the TV to adjust itself more automatically than some of the other brands. To give you an idea of the operating system, we have this bar right here, and this is where all your different hubs are. So you have Office, and the Office hub allows you to have all your productivity software in there. For example, you can hook it up to Windows 365, Chrome, as well as have your calendar, your Gmail, everything right here in one source. Inside of the gaming hub, you can see all the consoles that are connected. As you can see here, I have a PS5 and an Xbox. Plus, it's going to allow you to connect a remote control to the television and do cloud gaming such as Amazon Luna and a few other ones down here, including GeForce Now. Now, if you listen to a lot of music, they even have a music hub. And this is going to allow you to hook up your mobile device to it to play music directly from your phone. You also can put a thumb drive in it with all your favorite files on it. Plus there's some other applications like YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, just to name a few in here. Since this TV will support your smart devices called Internet of Things, they even have a smart hub in here, so you can use Alexa or Google right on this remote control to control your lights and things like that directly from the television. And this is what the hub looks like, so you can see all your different connected devices, including LG's channel where you can stream content directly from the television. You have Apple AirPlay and HomeKit. Plus, you can find all your devices in your house that's connected to your LG products or Matter, which is a new standard for connecting different devices. And for all the sports fans in here, they even have a gaming hub. But I want to note here that you need to connect a LG account to the television to access it, but I'll show you what it looks like. And this feature is called Sports Alert. Inside of here, you can add your football teams, baseball teams, basketball, hockey, soccer. And the great thing about this is that whenever you select your team, you can have all the scores to pop up on your screen so you'll know when someone's playing. But if you don't, you can have an option to turn that off. Now, one thing about LG TVs is that they do have ads running on the main screen. There's no way to disable that. And if you want to download applications, you will have to create a LG account and log into it to start downloading it. And a lot of companies like that, including Google and Samsung. So this gives you an idea of the main screen. So I just showed you the hubs. But if we go down here, you have LG channels. Again, that is streaming channels. Keep in mind, these are rebroadcast streams, but this is what it looks like. And you can have features, your popular channels, you can add new channels, and crime, and there's all types of content in here, but keep in mind, you don't have to pay for this. All you need to do is just hook the TV up to internet and you can start using it right away. Now, if you have newer LG televisions, there's a share feature inside of here. And what this is going to let you do is share your television with another LG in a separate room, which is a cool feature. You also have a built-in web browser, so you can pull that up, and this will allow you to surf the internet with a keyboard and mouse, or if you want to go slow, you can use this magic remote control as well. But if you look through here, you can see all types of applications, and they have this tab right here, so you can see all the different shows that's on that particular channel right now, like Apple TV, Prime Video, YouTube. And again, all this is designed around your login, so keep that in mind. Another thing I want to show you, if you hit this gear on the remote control, you get into some basic settings, but you can go farther into it. But over here, you can see that it is an auto low power mode. We'll switch that when we do demos, but you can easily get to your sound settings like your Bluetooth, your picture modes, your sleep timers. Another thing I want to point out about this TV is that you can run a Bluetooth device and use the TV speakers at the same time. So if you have a sound bar, you can play both, or if you use fiber optic, you can play both. Another thing you can do is that you can connect your mobile phone to it and send the audio over to your phone using the ThinQ application. Put headphones in, now you have your cell phone becoming the audio source, which is a cool feature. And if we dive a little bit deeper in here, some other things you can do is you have your picture modes with your advanced settings. And inside of here, again, you can adjust everything that you need. You have your audio settings. But one thing I want to show you inside of here is under general. You see, LG has a big push for AI technology. And when I was at CES, part of their newer TVs is going to allow you to basically ask the TV a command to adjust the settings in your television. And with the AI service, you can have TV to automatically adjust the brightness and the audio. And you can take this remote control and adjust the built-in speakers for your room, what they call AI tuning. By setting this up, you just go ahead and press on it, and then it's going to open up an interface. You're going to put yourself where you're going to sit the most, so the TV will use this microphone to adjust itself. Once you press start at the bottom, it will send out a custom signal. Now this TV is going to give you the best audio possible right out of TV speakers, but I'm going to recommend you get an external audio system or a sound bar to make it sound just a little bit better. Next I want to show you some gaming, but I would tell you personally, I don't really game a lot, but I have my assistant Justin that's going to come over and help us out and show you a few games and let you know his thoughts. What's going on, Justin?
What's going on?
So here's Justin. He helps me create these videos behind the scenes, but he's an avid gamer, so that's going to be great for here. So what we have here is the LG QNED75 and PS5 hooked up to it. So show us what you got.
So the first game we're going to play here is Blue Fire. Let's go and check it out. At first glance, the graphics that this QNED75 is giving is pretty good. And as you can see here, I'm moving quickly with my character and I don't see any type of smearing whatsoever. And you can see the colors that are sitting here on the darker parts are very vivid. So that was a great game, but let's go ahead and try something new. So here we're playing Forza 5 and this gameplay is running really smooth. I don't see any type of lag, but the colors could be brighter on HDR. And as I mentioned earlier, the QNED75's graphics stand out very well. Now Steven is going to show you some of the Xbox settings.
Thanks a lot, Justin, for showing us gaming, but now we're going to take a look at the general TV display options. The reason this is important is so we can see the different settings that the console is going to allow the TV to play at. So for example, right now we have 4K resolution, and if we look at the TV details, you can see that this TV does not support 120 Hz, nor does it support Dolby Vision. Now, as far as the settings, this QNED75 will allow 50 and 24 frames per second, has built-in low latency, and I wish they would include Dolby Vision with all the TVs, mainly because it's just a keyword a lot of people are looking for. And the last TV that I reviewed was a really inexpensive Vizio that had it built in, so why can't LG put this in all their models? Now this TV does have a gaming menu, and inside of here you can do a few things plus see the frames per second. But let's go into the game optimizer. Now with the gaming optimizer, there's a few things you can do in here like blue light reduction. You also can change the menu colors. We have a few other things like your picture settings. And inside of here, again, we have the black stabilizer, white stabilizer, gaming contrast. And under sound, it does support what they call AI sound. So you can go in here and adjust all the sound settings, but keep in mind, you can always use headphones if you want better fidelity. Next, let's take a look at some of the picture quality that this TV has to deliver. Now earlier I showed you the AI service, but to do the picture test, I'm turning everything off right here. And the second thing you might want to do on your TV if you want to get the best brightness, but it uses more electricity, is go down to energy saving mode and also make sure this is turned off. And I saw someone make a video on this that took 2 minutes to show you guys, so that was pretty funny. You might know who I'm talking about. Okay, with that being said, let's go through some of the picture settings here. Well, first of all, I do have it set up in vivid mode, and the reason I want to show you this is so we can go through some of the different picture profiles so you can see what the skin tones look like. And another thing you'll notice is that the panel is at 100% brightness. Being that this is not a high nits TV, definitely it's not going to be as bright as some other TVs. But here's what it looks like on standard mode, auto power saving, and cinema mode. A lot of people like this, but it makes the picture look really warm. And then we have the sports mode. It brings in a little bit more of the blue tint. The gaming optimizer, which makes it look a little more flat. And then we have the filmmakers mode, which is cool because this is using metadata in certain movies to give you that look that the director intended. So there's all the different color settings there. Personally, I'm okay with standard. And if you want the brighter, just go over to Vivid and just tone down that brightness just a little bit. Now for motion, we're going to use Sarah on the Hammock. Here's a motion test, and I want to show you the difference by switching over to the cinematic. Now we'll smooth it out just a little bit, and this is going to be great for watching those 24 frames per second movie. But if you go to natural, it gives it more of that soap opera look, which makes it a lot smoother. So I think you would have to go in here and adjust it to your likings. But the good thing is that LG does have really good motion, and the fact that you can go in here and control the judder and control that signal. You can customize it the way you like it. Next, we're looking at the uniformity of the screen, and it appears to be just slightly brighter in the center, but if you go around the edges, you do see some vignetting. It's not perfect, but it's something I think you can live with overall. Now we're going to check out the Apple TV in SDR mode, and I'm going to try to see if this TV supports Chroma 444, and it looks like it will handle it in SDR mode. So now we have that set up. Let's go ahead and play some content. Now I'm playing this on SDR. This TV looks fantastic. I can see all the details in the picture, but I will tell you that you will be able to see the backlights and the bottom corners of the television. So don't expect it to be completely inky black. Now switching over to HDR, you will see a HDR logo in the corner, and it will support the Chroma 422. So if you want to get better picture quality, you want to definitely switch over to that if you have an Apple TV. Now we're in HDR mode. You can see that the picture is better looking as far as the contrast. We have different modes like your cinema home, cinema, gaming optimizer, as well as vivid. So those are the settings for that. And personally, I don't mind SDR. I think SDR looks really good, but if you just want a little bit better colors, then you definitely want to go over to the HDR mode, and it depends on your player as well. Now we're going to switch over to YouTube TV. And watching sports, I don't really recommend leaving it in cinema mode. You can see that everything looks very warm. So you can see the difference there. So definitely, even the auto power saving mode looks better. But let's go ahead and put it on standard and leave it there for now. But I will say that this TV does have really good colors when it comes to the grass and the tones of everything. And this is what it looks like on 240p. So you can see the screen does get a lot more grainy. So the process in this for upscaling is not going to be the best out there, but for 240, you can at least make out the image. One thing I like about YouTube TV is that we can change the resolution. So if we want to see what this looks like on 720p, I can go and switch over and we can check the upscaling, but it's doing a decent job. Overall, I think it looks better on the 1080p, but as far as just the resolution on it, it's something you definitely can make out between the two. Another thing about this TV, the colors really pop. And again, if we want to check the resolution on the signal, you can see this programming is 720p, so it's not going to be HD. But the upscaling again is decent. It's not perfect, but I really like the fact that these reds are popping. So that's going to be great just for all your normal sports watching if you like colors that really stands out. So on this video, I showed you everything you need to know about this QNED75. I would say if you like the LG technology, you might want to get into the QNEDs with the mini LED technology, but those are quite more expensive. But for the price of this unit, I think it's fine. I just wish they included Dolby Vision into it to give you even better picture quality. Now, I will tell you this 43-inch is a IPS panel, has some benefits and some takeaways. The benefits is the colors really pop on it. You can see right here, but the downside of it is that you don't get those inky black levels that you get on a VA panel. But here's what LG did. This 43-inch is IPS. If you get the 50-inch, it's a VA panel, and I do believe anything larger than that will be an IPS panel again, but unfortunately we don't have all this information. I think you'll really enjoy gaming on this television. It's very responsive, like Justin said earlier. The picture's clean, and I will say that this is a edge-lit panel, so because of that, either way you do it, you're not going to get those inky black levels with the technologies because this TV does not have local dimming zones. But for an average person who loves LG products, I would say it might be worth the buy because everything that I really tested on this TV appears to look pretty good. If you guys are interested, I'll leave all the links in the description below if you want to learn more. I'm Tech Steve. Thanks a lot for watching. And by the way, give me a thumbs up if you like this video and tell your friends. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.